before Confounding Factor, I was working at Core Design, and while I was at Core Design, that was where I came up with the design for Tomb Raider and Lara Croft. On that game, I was the lead artist and the animator. And then after finishing at Core, I decided to leave and set up Confounding Factor and start working on Galleon. So Galleon is like an epic questing, seafaring, voyaging romance with kung fu. In Galleon, your adventure takes you to sort of 6 islands. Basically, you start off called to an island of Akbah, which is where this healer has discovered a sort of Mary Celeste-style ship that's been found floating out to sea, and that kind of sparks off an adventure to work out where this ship has come from. Galleon is based around the interaction of 4 main characters. So Rhama Sabrier, he's the captain and the sort of main hero of the piece, who you control, and then his sort of nemesis, an archetypical British villain, very austere and essentially evil. And then we have Faith, who's a scholar and a healer. She helps you throughout the adventure, and she's also like a love interest for you. And then there's Mihoko, who's a Chinese martial artist who you meet a little bit later on in the game, and you sort of save her from slavery, and she kind of becomes your bodyguard. To start off making a character, then it's just, I don't know, for me it's just a bunch of sketches in order to try and create the type of look of someone that you think is going to be interesting and appealing to the audience. And then from that I'd go and do like a very simple mannequin style drawing and go into Photoshop, work in the colours to their clothing to create like the right type of colour for the costume. And then from that I'd go into 3D Studio Max and start modelling the actual character. So this is what Rhama looks like when we're animating him. You can have different consonants like the ooh and e and stuff like that, and you know, various other types of like simple expressions and eye movements. And we put that together and animate all of that, and we create scenes that synced up with our speech. So for instance, this is what it looks like once it's been animated.
Yes, I'm sorry, of course. Here, please, let me show you.
We can actually play the game in our editor, which allows for us to immediately find out how the changes that we're making affect Rhama. So for instance, if we run Rhama onto this piece of geometry, this is the polygon that I was editing before. And I should actually be able to edit it while he's standing on there even. And then we can actually see whether or not he can actually still walk up that. You can see slightly sliding his feet now because that's becoming too slippery for him because it's too steep. But then I can shift it back down again and he'll have no problem walking along it. Unlike a normal platform game, Rhama is much more capable of being thrown around and having to deal with the stuff. You can sort of do whatever you like with him, bouncing off of walls. You can sort of be a lot more carefree about how you deal with stuff because he kind of auto-corrects quite a lot for you. A first-person game, you have extreme immediacy. You know exactly what you're doing. You point exactly where you want to go, whatever, and you just go there. So the idea was because it was very important to have a character who was very fluid and very capable in the environment, and at the same time, because he's going to be very fast moving, that the follow camera type thing just wasn't going to work. And the other types of three-dimensional cameras suffer from a similar problem. As soon as you get into a space where the camera can't see the character anymore, then you're completely lost. So we solve both of those by simply making it that you control the camera. So long as you can see where you're going, then you don't really need to see what the character's doing.
I think it's turned out brilliantly, to be honest.
The way the character interacts with the environment and the complexity of the movement system is far in advance of anything else which goes on in other games.
Rhama can do so much, and every time you do something, it's always going to be different. So if you play it 15 times, he's probably going to do 15 different things. So that's why it's interesting.
I really fell in love with this project. I love the story and the sort of dynamism of the action. I love the movement system and the way everything's done.
Galleon's coming out in June on the Xbox, and I'm just hoping that people will, give it a chance, give it a play, because it's something different and hopefully something that people will, enjoy.
I have recently come by an extraordinary object that I believe came from somewhere within the Forbidden Sea.
Why are you so interested in this boat? Pleased to meet you.
Thank you. You saved me.
Again?
Thank you.
Jabez chose the path of murder. Will you follow him or your father? Release Faith! Now! God, that's awful. How much?